Hi, I'm Janet with Rustic Root Sanctuary, and today I am going to be blending some whipped tallow lotion. I'm really excited about this. I've got a guest coming over today, Julia, and she's bringing her sweet little mama, so I want to make some homemade gifts for them, and this whipped tallow body butter is going to be the perfect thing for them. So I have some of the ingredients out here. I've got 2 cups of tallow melting on the stove, and I'll bring those out here in just a second and I'll show you how to whip this up, but these are the ingredients I'll be using. This is pure vitamin E oil, and I like this because it just gives it a longer shelf life, just a couple drops. We've got lavender oil, which is what it'll be scented as. And I'm also using some cold pressed sweet almond oil just because I think that's really good for the skin and I love the way it smells. And then in here we just have a little bit of olive oil. So that's a 1/4 cup. And I'll go over all the exact measurements when I get the tallow. And I just wanted to show all of you how to do that in a quick tutorial. One of the things about natural products is they're really good for expecting mothers or just anybody who doesn't want all those chemicals going into your skin. You know, the skin is your largest organ and that it covers all of your body. And the amazing thing about tallow is it's 50% saturated fat, which basically mimics something in your skin. I don't want to get too technical. Okay, so now we have our nice, beautiful, melted tallow. This is goat tallow from our very own goats, and it does have a slight smell to it. So I am going to add the lavender just to give it that most delicious smell. And right here we have a 1/4 cup of olive oil, the sweet almond oil, and just measure out a 1/4 cup. So now we've got a blend of sweet almond oil and olive oil, and that's 1/2 cup. My cup measure lost all its little markers, so that's why I'm pre-measuring it into there. And now we're just going to take our tallow, 2 cups of tallow, and I'm just trying to scrape it as good as I can here. And our 1/4 cup of sweet almond oil, 1/4 cup of olive oil, and just add that in. And then we're going to blend that well. I like to add vitamin E oil because this actually gives your product a longer shelf life. And I'm just gonna do about 2 dropperfuls. So we're gonna add 100 drops of lavender oil. $100. Okay, and after you have all of your ingredients mixed in, it's still extremely liquid. So I'm just gonna pop this into the refrigerator for about 15 minutes and let it solidify just a little bit. Okay, so now we've come back after about 15-20 minutes of letting it solidify, and you can see that it's hardened, but not completely hard. It's still kind of fluffy inside. And now we're just gonna take it and blend it up. it just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to scrape down the sides and then we'll blend it again. And you want to whip for about a minute total. But you can see it's looking like whipped cream. Yeah. Now you don't want to eat this, but it definitely looks good enough to eat. And if you did, probably the only thing that I would say would be not so good for your tummy would probably be the lavender oil, because it is an essential oil. But aside from everything else in here, it's completely edible. And there's a lot of debate about tallow and the saturated fat, but what I've heard is it's extremely good for you and high in all kinds of important vitamins. So you can do your own research on that, because of course I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving any medical advice, but check out tallow and what it actually has in it. And if you're not vegan, because you definitely don't want it if you're vegan, you might just want to check it out. Oh, and also as far as sourcing the tallow goes, this is goat tallow, but you could always call a butcher. You can go to the Known and Grown directory online, and they've got a lot of great people who grow, farmers. I know there's a source for beef tallow, Serena, over at, why am I not remembering it? Stewart Farms. So there's one source right there if you want all natural grass-fed beef tallow. And that is definitely something that you can use in your soaps, lotion bars, and whipped lotions and potions. Okay, so I'm pretty much at, if you've done homemade whipped cream, then you know what stiff peaks are, or if you've beaten egg whites before, you probably know what stiff peaks are. It's like when things stand up, and that is pretty much the consistency we're at right here with this. And at this point in time, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to use my little jam canning jars, because as I said, this is a gift for a friend of mine who's bringing her mom today. And I'm just gonna fill these little cups up. It's messy going in, but I'll clean the rim off with a paper towel when I'm done. Probably gotta bang it down a little bit to get it in there. And that's what you'll end up with, a beautiful gift. If you want to kind of shake it down or bang it down on a counter, that's great. Then it'll kind of sink in a little bit. Or if you want to keep stuffing it with your spatula, you can do that too. But I am going to cut it here and probably just take a little bit of this. See what it feels. Ooh, it's so warm right now. Yeah. This is gonna work. So ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to try your own tallow lotion and products. Bath products are really easy to make, and it's one of the best things you can do for your skin and your body, to know where all your ingredients come from and use the finest ingredients so you don't have any toxic chemicals leaching directly through your skin and into your bloodstream. Ah, that feels so good. Thanks for watching.